Are you tempted to create sub-brands or sub-products under your main brand? Perhaps someone told you that it will bolster your main brand and that the sub-brand or the sub-products will help you reach new, untapped audiences. Resist the urge until you hear what I have to tell you today. Far from building your brand, you could be destroying it. Build your brand with sub-brands. Hey everyone, it's Canon Wing from Inspiration to Millions. Today we're going to talk about sub-branding or brand extension. We're going to examine whether sub-branding can help you with expansion and innovation or whether it could do the opposite and actually dilute your umbrella brand. Now, the master brand or mega brand strategy, as sub-branding is also called, can work in a lot of cases, but there's a lot of buts here. Some sub-branding can be very tricky and can really backfire on your umbrella brand. So what are sub-brands? They are brand extensions, products that are distinct yet clearly related to the umbrella brand in terms of the name, tagline, logo, color scheme, the type of product. Ideally, a sub-brand can help to increase the exposure of the umbrella brand. And the umbrella brand will help people trust in the new product, the new sub-brand, because they already trust in the main brand. Simply put, if you love Cadbury milk chocolate, and Cadbury, the umbrella brand in this case, launches a new kind of sugar-free, non-chocolate treat as a sub-brand, you're going to be far more willing to try it out compared to a completely new brand of sugar-free, non-chocolate treats that you haven't heard of or tasted before. So as a concept, sub-branding appears attractive, and you may think it's just the thing to help you grow your umbrella brand and take it to the next level. But you have to ask yourself, is your umbrella brand strong enough to support a new sub-brand? Is sub-branding the way forward for you, or is it an altogether new service line the better option for you? Remember, sub-branding is about chasing markets rather than concentrating on building your brand. This can dilute and reflect badly on the existing brand. Too many sub-brands tend to create client and prospect confusion. So, you do have to ask yourself, will your sub-brand successfully reach a market segment that your umbrella brand cannot reach? Will the sub-brand effort justify the resources, expenditures that it requires to get it off the ground? Is your sub-brand going to take forward the brand promise that your umbrella brand has created and remain consistent with that brand promise? If the answer to any of these questions is no, then the sub-branding will turn into an exercise in futility. In a world where choices are overwhelming, your ideal audience must immediately feel your brand promise. Now let me explain to you why I think that sub-branding is a concept that can take your brand in the direction opposite to the one you want it to go. Though one of the problems with sub-branding is that it chases markets instead of concentrating on building your brand. One huge problem with sub-brands is that they can overlap and cause market confusion, reflecting poorly on your already established umbrella brand. This is a guide, not a rule. So let's compare and contrast two brands. Let's compare and contrast Apple and Samsung. Apple has the iPhone. Samsung has Ace, Duo, Galaxy, and a bewildering array of other phones, from the simplest pared-down device to the most sophisticated flagship phone. The buyer is certainly spoiled for choice, but brand-wise, it's not so good. Suppose Samsung's flagship phone did not compare favorably with, say, HTC consumers would not hesitate to move to HTC. This is not true for Apple users. They're not confused by the array of choices, and there is no bewilderment about which phone does what. They decide to buy the latest iPhone, and they are certain they have the best phone money can buy. If they want a computer or a tablet or a personal music player, they aren't even looking elsewhere, period. So from this viewpoint, sub-branding may not be the best thing for your business development process. The case study of Holiday Inn demonstrates this point even further. The people at Holiday Inn decided they wanted to break in on premium hospitality segment, and they came up with Holiday Inn Crowne Plaza, an upscale full-service hotel brand. They figured that Holiday Inn is well-known, beloved core brand, beloved umbrella brand with their audience, and they could move into new territory on that steam. Right? On that love, on that trust. But we all know that Holiday Inn is just that, Holiday Inn. We don't expect luxury here. So people weren't willing to pay that much more for what they still thought of as a Holiday Inn. Consumer research revealed this as well. The attitude of their customers was, it's a nice hotel, but it's a little expensive for a Holiday Inn. If they were looking for a plush hotel, they would pick a Marriott, a Four Seasons, or a Kimpton. They wouldn't settle for a Holiday Inn. So the company decided to remove the Holiday Inn prefix and rebrand as Crowne Plaza. This worked much better for them. The brand then branched out into Holiday Inn Express, Holiday Inn Sunspree Resorts, and other such sub-brands with considerably more success. Holiday Inn remained a mega or master brand with all the sub-brands under it. The takeaway from the Holiday Inn story is that the inside-out branding strategy that they use for Crowne Plaza promises much more than it can deliver. In theory, it can push the core brand into fresh pastures, but it doesn't always work. Brand consistency? Consistency is the watchword for your brand to live by. The FedEx sub-brands are sub-branding done right. The corporation created Express, Ground, Freight, Customer Critical, and Trade sub-brands, each within a different job description with the common thread running through them. Their logo of the umbrella brand appeared reassuringly familiar with each of the sub-brands, but in different colors to denote the variations of their identities. As a whole, it worked. What didn't work was British mega brand Virgin branching out into anything and everything they could think of. British Mobile, Airline, Megastore, Media, Trains, Healthcare, Records, Pokers, Comics, Life Care, Credit Cards, Experience Days, Drinks. There was a Virgin Vodka, a Virgin Cola. This was so incongruous. They even had lemon and lime flavors that died quickly and natural deaths. The cola wasn't around for longer, but it too met its end when Virgin Drinks sold over their rights to Silver Spring soft drinks. Virgin Vodka had no buyers, and the whole sub-brand of Virgin Drinks met with a quiet end in 2007. Probably never even heard it. Virgin's sub-branding was a little patchy and not really consistent. Their products were so diverse that there remained some amount of confusion about the main brand and its sub-brands. For instance, people were never sure that the Virgin Earth Challenge brand emanated from the same airline brand that the famous Richard Branson created. And it didn't help that the logos and the color treatment were so different from one to the other sub-brand. There was confusion, and this did not reflect well on the brand at all. So, is sub-branding always a no-no? It doesn't have to be. A brand can successfully market more than one product, but like I said, brand consistency is the key. Each of the products has to remain true to the essence of the brand and should have that one special quality that sets the brand apart from all others. The brand cannot veer off that single emotion that it's representative of the umbrella brand in the mind of the consumer. Remember, the Holiday Inn brand was all about like the economics. You get a good hotel stay for a good price. And when they try to do Holiday Inn Crowne Plaza, that promise wasn't the same. They were trying to brand to a luxury brand, confusing their customers. Remember, it's a brand or a mega brand or a sub-brand only for you and your marketing team. For the consumer, it's a product whether it is or it isn't what it promises to be. Some concepts don't translate well in the real world. Another way that sub-branding could work for you is if the target consumer base of your sub-brand is significantly different from your main brand. Then sub-branding could make sense for you. So the various divisions of FedEx were catering to different target market consumers within their different services, but offering the same level of service that people have become used to expecting from FedEx. It all dovetailed very well, remaining consistent but distinct as well. A great brand is a promise kept, and FedEx did this with every single one of their sub-brands. People love consistency. Whether it's a shop or a restaurant or a hotel, they want to come in and see what you're famous for. They want to get a sense of that recognition, to be reassured that they are getting what they would have reasonably expected from your brand. So take out a pen and write down one word, one emotion that your brand evokes in the hearts of your ideal individuals. This should be the one word that comes to mind when your consumer comes across your brand. With Apple, it would be quality or excellence. With FedEx, it would be fast, right? When it absolutely positively has to be there overnight. Holiday Inn, it would be no frills, comfort. Now, if you have multiple products or services or even sub-brands, or if you're looking to take a sub-branding route, ask yourself, is this emotion, this word, consistent across the entire spectrum of your products? Do your sub-brands represent and evoke the same emotion? If you answered yes, then strengthen it. Sub-branding could well be good for you. But if you answered no, tweak your plans. Remember, if you have multiple products, multiple sub-brands, which tend to evoke different feelings and emotions while still remaining under the same brand, this will only dilute your brand's long-term capital, the way Holiday Inn Crowne Plaza did, or Virgin Drinks did. But if you have a umbrella brand and all the sub-brands under it follow the same emotional promise, and they keep that promise, much like the line of Apple products do, then your sub-brands can elevate your brands across the board. Thanks for joining me today. Remember, stay focused. Focused brands are stronger brands, and stronger brands are more successful brands. If your brand shares the values of your ideal individuals, they will stay loyal to you. And if your sub-brands share the values of your ideal individuals and evoke those same feelings, keep those same promises, they could really strengthen your brand and take it forward. Whichever way you take your brand to grow, do it with love. That's our mantra here. That's how you really become an inspiration to millions. You love what you do and love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.